Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alfany. We have a good one today. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I got some information for you now. This article here we're going to begin with is on U.Today. All right, let's just knock this one right out of here. But I like what I'm hearing. It's titled XRP's most surprising prediction. Is it really? You sure it's the most surprising prediction? Made by Reaper Financial CEO. Details. Let's read this little tidbit here, okay? I was going to say something, but let's just move on. Patrick L. Riley, CEO of Reaper Financial, and chairman of the Block Oversight Committee, seems to be making the boldest call on the XRP price. Well, number one, you got to ask yourself, does he know something behind the scenes? And what's the context of his statements? But let's go on with this. While most predictions about XRP suggest its price reaching the $1,000 mark, I'm out of the loop, so I don't know how many people are making that prediction. It says most predictions about XRP suggest its price reaching 1,000. I haven't seen anybody talking about 1,000, but I like what I'm hearing. Okay, or even 5 digits. It says, or even as high as 589. I've heard that number a lot. The XRP sectors of the XRP community love 589. $589,000. Riley believes XRP might be worth $1 million by the year 2030. Wait, I know you're about to jump out the window already. Wait, don't type the comment yet. Let's get the context, because these article writers, they'll snatch something from Twitter and they don't really read it deeply. Now hold on, and it's still going to be a pretty high prediction, but let's read the line of tweets. Get the context, and I'll take it. Look, if XRP goes to an insane price, I'll take that, no problem. But let's read the context here. It says, this is a tweet from Vince Kennedy. This is what they're all responding to. Oh, no, it's from Unusual Whales. It says, Kathy Wood has said that Bitcoin will be worth $1 million per coin by 2030. There's a reason that she said that, by the way. She gave a lot of different reasonings. And her reasoning is solid if all those catalysts were to play out. So, but that's like the best case scenario if everything goes extremely well. You got to understand where these people are coming from when they make statements like that, right? That's best case scenario. So then someone named Vincent Kennedy says, but what will $1 million US dollars be worth in 2030? Which is a great point, which is a great question, as the dollar is being devalued currently. There is in the process of that. You have dollar dumping going on. You have the attack on the petrodollar status by both the West. They say they don't like oil. How are you going to be the petrodollar if you're promising to destroy the oil industry? Well, then you're not going to have the petrodollar anymore. You're not going to have that power. You're not going to have that world reserve currency status that you once had. So the value would theoretically drop. Then you have all the BRICS nations dumping dollars and coming up with their own currencies, backing digital assets with commodities. Well, you put 2 and 2 together, the dollar probably, even if you didn't have all of that, the dollar still is going to come down in value because of all of the printing of the money. It always loses value. It just stands on the top of the rest of the world because it's the world reserve currency, right? And it's, hey, in the United States has a lot of power. That's it. So that's the context we're working on here. It's really about what will $1 million be worth in 2030, given the harsh economic circumstances and what seems to be the imminent fall of the West. That's what he's talking about. Then we get to Patrick L. Bailey's tweet. So now we have context. So let's read them once more. It says, but what will $1 million US dollars be worth in 2030? And Patrick L. Riley says 2 XRP. That's still obtuse. Well, first of all, Patrick Riley already knows it's going to be controversy, that this tweet is going to get a lot of attention. So that's a genius thing to do if you want attention as the head of a company. All he wrote was the number 2 in XRP. And it's obtuse because nobody knows what $1 million US dollars is going to be worth in 2030. Is $1 million US dollars worth today what it was in 1972 or 1963? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That value of the dollar has gone way down, right? So it's open-ended. But, the article writers take this to mean like it's going to mean $1 million in what $1 million means today. No, and as a matter of fact, he said 2, so that would mean 500,000 and 500,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? This says 2 XRP. That's what 1 million will be worth in 2030, whatever that's going to mean. It says 2. That would mean 500,000 and 500,000. And then they don't show if he wrote anything else at all. It says Reaper Financial CEO was responding to a question posed by a reader on what would be worth $1 million in what would be worth $1 million in 2030. No, you mixed that up a little bit, Mr. Writer. You mean what would $1 million be worth? So this writer was even working quickly, I'm going to assume. What will $1 million be worth in 2030? Like, you know, while referring to ARK's Cathie Wood, and this is one of the reasons why, let me pause. That's one of the reasons why so many people say, well, we're going to hold some XRP. We're going to hold some Bitcoin. That way they can transfer that into whichever currency actually has good value. They can move that value into that. Gold. A lot of people probably going to retreat to gold because all the currencies in the world, while there's a transition sort of happening in the world, gold is going to hold its value no matter where you go. And with gold cards now, all of these tokenization of gold, there's a lot of good offerings out there. You got to do your own research, not financial advice, but you can use that gold outright just off a card now. Why would you not? Well, you can take chances with this fiat currency and hold your value in fiat currency or stable coins that's pegged to a fiat that could plummet in value. If that fiat plummets in value and the stable coins pegged to that value, then you lose value overall. Simple as that, right? So a lot of people are going to retreat to gold so they can still maintain their value and all those gains, those beautiful, muy lindo, those beautiful gains that they work so hard to get. Yeah, a lot of people not going to take a chance with this fiat currency. Given all the ignorance and well, we'll cover that another time. I don't want to go too far. It says Cathie Wood's ARK Invest is sticking to one of the boldest predictions yet. It's going to generate interest for them. I don't know if Cathie Wood actually believes that. Like I said, that's best case scenario for Bitcoin. But what it did, it brought a light back to Cathie Wood and ARK Invest, who was under a negative light all of last year. People were calling out ARK Invest for what they consider a lot of bad predictions. I disagree. I see that ARK Invest, they're visionaries. They're long-term people. And over the long term, they're going to have ups and downs. I get that. So there's still time yet, obviously, for a lot of those ideas to play out. But nonetheless, ARK Invest was under a negative light. This was an opportunity to get back into good with people who love Bitcoin and say, yeah, $1 million. You see that? It brings that good light to you. These people know how to play the game. They know how to play on people's emotions. This is strategy. So it says here, well, let's go down here. Oh my goodness. They're going to actually entertain this and try to break it down like they know what's going to be issued on chain. There's no limitation on what XRP can reach. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I agree with Reaper Financial, but what I am saying is no one knows where XRP's price is going to go because there's no limitation on it. There's nothing that has ever existed that's like XRP. Everybody's going to have a different calculation depending on what you believe can be issued on chain, especially with the tokenization of all of these different things. You could token out palladium, silver, gold, have that moving in mass across XRP. It's an agnostic bridge currency. It provides liquidity. Holy smokes. It does all this stuff. So how do anybody have a firm holding on what price it could reach? It all depends. This is why we watch the catalyst. This is why we do research. So anyway, let's read this little tidbit here. It says, while the $1 million forecast is roughly a 4,200% increase from Bitcoin's current level, they're still talking about Bitcoin. XRP might have to rally 400 million%. Oh man. From its current price of 39 cents to attain the $1 million mark. This implies XRP has a long way to go to reach this target. He wasn't saying 1 million. He said it would be worth 2 XRP, 2. That means 500,000 and 500,000. Oh, Mr. Writer, did you do this on purpose just to troll? You probably did, because this is definitely going to make people respond to this article. It's on u.today, so go over there and you can read the article for yourself, right? I think you did this on purpose to make sure that people are going to really debate this. And this was a genius way to get attention. I'll say that. So let's move on to a topic that I want to talk about because I briefly glossed over it, but I'm seeing a lot of things happening. Let's talk about that $3 to $5 range and the dangerous euphoria that's going to come. I see people positioning themselves right now. I see a lot of big companies taking certain actions so that when you're in euphoria, when XRP explodes or a true bull market comes or regulatory clarity, victory over that case and that price explodes and you're feeling like you're on top of the world, you're feeling great. You feel like you can't be stopped. Yeah, I made the right decisions. I'm unstoppable. You start feeling like that. At $3 to $5, you're going to be in euphoria. You heard this word before. When everything goes green and things explode, people are experiencing euphoria. And that's when the predators start prowling about. They know you're not thinking clear. They know you want to play some more. Sorry about that. I've raised my voice a little bit. Sorry about that. They know you want to play some more. They watch. They smell blood in the air. They know you're soft and weak when you feel that euphoria. Not me. I stay hard. I stay on my square. I stay aware. I'm at a heightened state of awareness at all times. I know the predator's in the water. So anyway, XRP hits $3 to $5. XLM hits $1. Let's say XLM hits $1. Algorand does what it does. You know where it can go. Quant blasts through $500. Everything's going green. Let's say that happens. Quant blasts through $500. And you're feeling great and on top of the world. And then in that euphoria, what a lot of people will do, they take the profit instead of protecting the profit. Taking profit is good. Do what you want to do. Make the best decision for you. Some people are going to continue to hold because they think it can go higher. That's their choice. Some people are going to take profit because they need those funds. They want those funds. They want to protect what they have waited so long for. I understand that as well. You got to make your own decisions. Do what's best for you and your family. You understand? All right. I'm here to free minds, not control minds. You got to make your own, choose your own path. But some people take those profits instead of protecting those profits. And I'm not talking about in stable coins. I'm talking about protecting them in something solid, right? Instead of doing that, some people will take profit and they're looking for something else to play with. Now, a lot of people already did their research long ago in projects that are solid that they're going to take profit from XRP, XLM, Cello, Quant, these ones that explode easily. We lived through it already, people. We lived through multiple Algorand explosions already. We lived through multiple Cello explosions already. Remember, we would talk about these things when they were super low. I mean, I only speak for myself, but yeah, we lived through multiple. So we know that it's easy. If those things are easily go off, they're going to take profit from those things and look for other projects to put them in. This is where the predators come in. When you're in euphoria, you feel like you can do no wrong. Always live in humility. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't want to be. But humility will protect you at times where people will take advantage of your arrogance and your trust. They're going to try to make you trust them. I'm telling you. They're going to pretend to be members of the XRP army. They're coming. Oh, they're going to pretend. You never seen these folk before. They never really talked about it before. They're going to come. They're going to pretend. I've seen this happen. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they don't do this again. But understand that regulations are coming. This is some of the scammers. This is some of the tricksters' last times they're going to really be able to do what they do. You think they're not going to take advantage of this while you're in euphoria, while you're feeling orgasmic? You think they're not going to try to play on that? I hope I'm not yelling. Sorry about that. I don't think. But you think they're not going to play on that? Of course they are. This is their last shot before regulations. What did that article? Oh, wait, maybe I'll put that in the members only section. But, which by the way, check out what I posted last night, right? Or was it last night or this morning? Give that a read. Go over to that members only section. Give that a read. And you'll see they confirmed something. Anyway, going back to this topic. This is their last chance. Those regulators are coming for regular crypto. They love the bank coins, hate the regular crypto. The scammers know that. The rug pullers know that. They got to get something this one last time. They're addicted. They're addicted to that money. And they're going to come in and say, hey, that XRP, man, XRP went off. You know, we made some good profit, man. I made great, disgusting profits, right? You did too, right? They're going to say something like that. They really didn't make anything from XRP because they weren't in deep. They didn't care. They didn't believe. But if you respond to something and you say something like, yeah, man, that was some disgusting profit. That was great profit. You just confirmed to them that you made profit. See that you got to be careful what you say to certain people in certain circles. Now they know They wouldn't have known anything if you didn't say anything. You just were quiet. But now they know. Then they say something like, oh man, I'm about to take my profit. I found the best gem on the planet. This is a gem nobody ever heard about, bro. And I'm about to put it in. I'm about to get in, and then I'm going to ride that wave all the way up, and I'm going to make so much disgusting amounts of money. It's ridiculous. Now they have you interested. If you don't turn away from that and you stay to listen to the rest, they know they got you hooked. This is their technique. This is a hustler's technique. Then now you stayed a couple extra seconds. They know they hooked you. Now they're going to throw a bunch of stuff at you. Yeah, man, they can do this. They can do that. They can do these partnerships. Nothing's actualized. Nothing's solid. Like, you know how on this channel we show you things where Quant has this partnership with SIA, or Algorand is used by Italy, and we can show you articles. Heck, we can show you the companies talking about it themselves. This is solid information coming from the companies themselves. They won't have anything solid, but it won't matter because you're in euphoria. You're thinking you're unstoppable. You're trusting this person. Oh, they're part of the XRP army. Oh, yeah. They didn't even ask me. That's another psychological trick. They're not asking you to get in. They're just putting the bait out there, waiting for you to ask, playing on that psychology, playing on that euphoria. They didn't come any other time. They waited until they think you got some profit. Then you confirmed it for them. Now they're going to say something. They're going to say something. Yeah, so they can do this. They can do that. All of these empty promises, nothing actuated, no solid partnerships, no memorandums of understanding, no nothing. But then if you say something like, you got in low. There's a project going to explode. What you talking about? What project are you talking about? They got you. They got you right there. They're thinking in their minds, they're licking their chops. Yeah, I knew you were soft. I knew I was going to get you. Oh, it's this one here. It's Mama Rocket Come Rocket Gibble Gabble Coin. Some crazy project. Look at this here. Show you the chart where it's way down. They're not going to tell you because see, now your mind is racing. They filled your mind with a bunch of thoughts, with all that hustler talk, all that fast talking. Your mind is discombobulated. All you know is money, capital. I can make some more. This is how they get a lot of people. They're not telling you they got in down here. Hell, it might even be their own project. Then you get in and it go up a little bit. You're not realizing that it already was up. It was already up. I don't know if I'm saying this eloquently. Then after you put in that capital, all that capital, that profit that you made, then it just plummets. You got rug pulls. You got used for exit liquidity. Be careful. That $3 to $5 range, I'm telling you, people are going to take massive profit at that range. They're going to be feeling great, feeling good. That's when you're most vulnerable. If you're not disciplined, wise ones will exercise discipline. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is around that $3 to $5 range while you're in, if you made some good profits, you're in euphoria, be careful because that's when the sharks are in the water. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Wise ones would be very cautious and careful around that time. And I always believe that wise individuals protect their value at all times, at all costs, and don't play with anything that's detrimental to you. Just my humble opinion. This is not financial advice. All right. Be careful. I already see certain things starting, but hey, people can do what they want. Got to make your own decisions. Right. All right. So now I want to go here. I don't have a lot of time today. I got so many different projects I got to do for other business. All right. I'm trying to get this information here out to you. So let's cover this Algorand tweet here. It says, join at Stacey Wharton at Jack Farley to discuss Algorand's plan for mass adoption in 2023. Governance, the growth of decentralized applications on Algorand mainnet, and the tokenomics of Algorand's native token. Look at how they phrase that. Do you see how hungry Algorand is? So you mean to tell... So they haven't... So what I get from this, and maybe I'm interpreting this wrong, they said there are plans for mass adoption. That means for what's to come, correct? So everything that they've done so far, all of this activity, it hasn't even been a part of mass adoption. That's just them winning. That's just them winning, just doing what they do, just naturally as winners. Working with the Bank of Italy and a myriad of other banks. Traceability in Africa, traceability in Latin America. Dominating the healthcare industry. They're at the forefront. What, they got 3 offerings now dominating the healthcare industry? You can look all of these things up. Always feel free to look this stuff up, and you can see it with your own eyes. I speak from things that I've read coming from the companies, articles, PDFs, transcripts. You can always look these things up. We've covered this stuff many times on the channel, okay? I can't do everything. Now, they're dominating in every possible gaming. They're dominating in the gaming industry. They're dominating when it comes to music. All of that was just trickles. They haven't made their real run yet. Once again, they want to discuss Algorand's plans for mass adoption. There's a wave coming when it comes to Algorand. You haven't seen anything yet. I told this before when Algorand was super low. And then what happened? Boom, 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 boom. Shocked the world. Then everybody started loving Algorand. After they saw how many times it went parabolic, they were scraping off profit. It was doing great. And that was before any mass adoption. Now they're talking about, hey, listen, we're about to tell you what we're going to do with mass adoption. That means there's a wave coming. They're looking to dominate. Everybody is. Because those regulations are coming. Because now we saw in the secondary market that maybe all of these tokens are not securities. The judge said that. The SEC admitted that on record. So now the companies are getting ready to play. Algorand, this is what they've done so far. They were just warming up. This is my humble opinion. You don't have to agree. It doesn't matter to me whether you buy something or sell or not at all. I'm here for the bank's money. Simple as that. So it doesn't matter to me what you do. Got to make your own decisions. But it's just my humble opinion. They were just warming up. I said this before many times, didn't I? Now they're telling you, oh, we're going to talk to you about mass adoption now. What we're going to do about mass adoption. You mean everything that you did so far? That is leading to it. That was a warm up. Watch what they do now. Oh, man. I never get bored with Algorand. I don't. Then on top of that, you read this little post that they made. They're continuing to educate any and everybody who wants to learn how to build on the Algorand chain. That's going to bring a ton of business. Disgusting amounts of value to the Algorand chain. That's what I think. They made this post about Ace Publications. They put more educational materials out for Algorand on algorand.foundation/Ace Publications videos. They put it out there in English and Spanish. So there's no excuse now. There's no excuse now. Everybody can build on Algorand. Everybody can take advantage. It's a matter of who. Wise individuals going to use this to their advantage, not just holding algos, but building on the chain, because so many people have small businesses. Why would you not take advantage of this and save yourself some capital, have extra security? This is the future. Might as well start learning the future now. But imagine how many small businesses this is going to make it easy to build on Algorand. Stellar's doing the same thing, making it easy for businesses to get in, banks to get in, anyone, individuals could get in. You just got to do a little bit of studying. That's all. The wise will use this intellect, use this wisdom, this studying to be advantageous to themselves. So let's move on here from Algorand. Okay. I want to get to a few more things here. So I want to cover this here about Stellar's aid assist, right? Now, I think the initial thing that they were using it for was to send money to Ukraine, right? Which they already did before. Ukraine was using XLM system to send certain amounts of money. But let's go into this. This is on UN.org. Look how this could expand rapidly. So UNDP, well, let me go up here. United Nations is a part of the UN system, which in addition to the UN itself comprises many funds, programs, and specialized agencies, each of which have their own area of work, leadership, and budget. The programs and funds are financed through voluntary rather than assessed contributions. The specialized agencies are independent international organizations funded by both voluntary and assessed contributions. The UN coordinates its work with these separate UN system entities. Now, the amount of entities that could use Stellar 8 Assist and be flooding the system with money, and yes, it's beneficial to the people receiving money, but it's also beneficial to the people on Stellar. Every Stellar account must hold a modicum of lumens. A great amount of congestion causes surge pricing when it comes to XLM and lumens. So I take this into account. It's one more thing I keep in my mind. Let's look at how many countries and how many different people this might affect, right? That they could reach out to. UNDP headquarters, New York City, USA. It says works in nearly 170 countries. 170. That's the potential that 170 different countries could utilize Stellar. The UN is utilizing Stellar 8 Assist, correct? 170. What would it do to that price if a modicum of these countries were using Stellar 8 Assist at some point? And it's not just for disaster. They send 8 Assist for a variety of different things, sometimes just harsh economic circumstances, for development purposes, things like that. It says 170 countries and territories. Let's scroll down here. Then headquarters is another one. UNICEF, headquarters, New York City. United Nations Children's Fund works in 190 countries. 190. Why would they not use Stellar? If United Nations is already getting in deep with Stellar, why would this little segment here not also use Stellar 8 Assist? You see, things are just starting up. People take it as things start out running. They start out at full capacity. No, they don't. They start out small and they grow. Well, I think Stellar started out like this is just the beginning. They're starting out with a jog. They haven't begun to run just yet. Now, WFP, just to give you a little bit more of an idea. WFP, headquarters, Rome, Italy. The World Food Program aims to eradicate hunger and malnutrition. The world's largest humanitarian agency, WFP helps almost 100 million people. 100 million people in approximately 88 countries. Imagine if they're sending funds to 100 million people at some point, or even a modicum of that, right? Let's just be reasonable. Take a modicum of that over Stellar. What does it do to that price possibly? Does it do anything to that price? What do you think? What do you tell me? But I'm looking at the possibilities. It's something that I'm keeping in mind, right? So now I'm gonna move on here. We're gonna close out with Quant today, okay? I'm gonna close out with a little bit of Quant here. Now, every time I dig in deep with Quant, my estimation goes up a little bit. Now, for almost an entire, it's almost been about a year now. I've been saying Quant is $1,000 coin easy. We saw it explode in the bear market last year, right? We saw it explode a couple times, quite easily. So you saw how that price can move, right? If we saw with your own eyes. Now we're still up on Quant, right? People scraped up a ton of Quant, around $40, right? A ton of Quant. Things like this is what leads me to believe that Quant is a $1,000 plus token. Now, hold on a moment. Did you see this here, right? This happened a while ago. But this article is titled, and it's on SIA.eu. The European Central Bank. Keep in mind, SIA is partnered with Quant, right? The European Central Bank chooses SIA and Quant to connect Eurosystem market infrastructures. Central Bank. Now, there's no guarantees, of course. But think about this. If Quant was north of $400 from retail activity, if ever, they're actually utilized by a central bank, like European Central Bank, which partnered with SIA here, and SIA is partnered with Quant, where does that price go? I'd say it might go a little bit higher than $1,000. These are the types of things that let me know there's a massive explosion coming in the future for Quant. That's just how I feel. This is not financial advice. Let me say it again. It doesn't matter to me whether you buy or sell. I'm here for the bank money. The bank's money. That's why I'm hunting the banks. We're talking about the banks right now. All right? You got to make your own decisions. Got to say that. I have to say that. Now, it says, the European Central Bank chooses SIA. This is from SIA.eu chooses SIA and Quant to connect the Eurosystem market infrastructures. The two companies will provide the ECB with connectivity services to the payments Target 2 and tips and securities Target 2 securities settlement platforms. We've talked about that before. We covered that before in depth. And the ECMS via a single access interface. Do you understand the kind of money that goes through the Target 2 and tips system? If even a modicum makes that into Quant, Quant only has 13 million QNT. Much lower than Bitcoin. Where can that price go? But nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking. Very few people are saying Quant could be the next Bitcoin. Even though it has a lower circulating supply, it has a deal with SIA partners. And SIA has a deal with the European Central Bank. Gives one a lot to think about, in my humble opinion. So, now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.